I used to teach piano to children in a small music school downtown. My name is Claire, and for 8 years, I poured my heart into every lesson. I wasn't just teaching notes. I was teaching patience, discipline, and the joy of creation. Then one autumn, the school hired a new director named Mr. Pemberton. He was polished, confident, and came with big promises about modernizing the program. Within 3 months, everything changed. He began cutting funding for individual lessons, pushing us toward group classes instead. When I objected in a staff meeting, he smiled thinly and said, "Efficiency was the future." The other teachers stayed silent. They had families, mortgages, reasons to keep quiet. Then came the day he accused me of losing a student's payment. The parents had paid in cash. I had given it directly to the front desk, as always. But somehow, the record showed no payment received. Mr. Pemberton called me into his office with the parents present. He suggested, very carefully, that perhaps I had made an error in judgment. The parents looked at me with doubt in their eyes. I knew what he was doing. He was building a case to let me go. So I smiled, apologized for any confusion, and paid the amount myself. 2 weeks later, I was quietly removed from the advanced student roster. My best students, the ones who had been with me for years, were transferred to newer teachers. When I asked why, Mr. Pemberton said it was time to give others opportunities. I could have argued. I could have fought. But I did something else. I started documenting everything. Every email. Every policy change. Every conversation. And I began teaching private lessons from my apartment after school hours. The parents who truly valued what I offered found me. I charged less than the school. Word spread quietly. Within 4 months, I had 12 students. Then 20. I saved every cent and kept teaching at the school, saying nothing. Meanwhile, Mr. Pemberton's modernization continued. Group classes grew larger. Quality declined. Parents began complaining. Several students dropped out entirely. Then one evening, a parent from my private studio asked if I'd ever consider opening my own school. She was a lawyer. She offered to help with the paperwork. Another parent was a real estate agent. She knew of an affordable space. Another worked in marketing. She offered to design everything for free. I realized something powerful. I had built trust over 8 years. That trust didn't belong to the school. It belonged to me. 6 months after Mr. Pemberton tried to push me out, I opened Claire's music studio. It was small, just 3 rooms and a waiting area. But it was mine. I sent a professional resignation letter to the school with 2 weeks' notice. Mr. Pemberton called me immediately, suddenly very friendly. He asked if we could discuss my concerns, perhaps renegotiate my position. I thanked him politely and said I'd found a better fit. Within the first month, 18 of my former students transferred to my studio. Their parents had been waiting for this. By the 3rd month, I had a waiting list. I hired 2 other teachers who had also left the old school. We built something different. Smaller, kinder, more personal. The old school struggled. Enrollment dropped. Parents were unhappy. Mr. Pemberton tried to win students back with discounts and flashy promotions. But you can't buy back trust once it's broken. A year later, I heard the school had to merge with another location to survive. Mr. Pemberton was quietly let go. I didn't celebrate. I didn't gloat. I simply kept teaching, kept building, kept growing. One afternoon, a new parent came for a consultation. She told me she'd heard about me from 5 different families. She said her daughter had been nervous about music lessons after a bad experience elsewhere. But every parent she spoke to said the same thing. Claire makes children love music. That moment taught me something I'll never forget. The best revenge isn't proving someone wrong. It's proving yourself right. It's building something so good that people choose it freely. Mr. Pemberton tried to take my livelihood because he could. But he couldn't take my skill. He couldn't take my relationships. And he couldn't take the years of trust I had earned. Today, my studio has 2 locations and 11 teachers. We serve over 200 students. I never speak badly about my old workplace. When people ask why I left, I just say I wanted to build something new. Because the truth is, revenge doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes the most powerful response is simply to walk away and build something better. Not in spite of those who doubted you, but because you believed in yourself all along. And that belief is something no one can ever take from you.